Today we are going to do applications of PPC. Yesterday we were talking about how PPC shifts. Due to the favorable factors, it will be having an outward shift, and due to unfavorable factors, it will be having an inward shift. Alright? Now we are having two types of countries. One is called developing country. What it is? Developing countries. These are the countries which are having lower per head income. They have lower GDP per capita, or their per head income is lower, even you can say below $1,200. They are categorized as developing countries. And they have mass population. Their birth rate is higher than the death rate. Their population size is also high. On the other hand, we are going to have a developed country or a rich country. Countries, you can say, this is a developed country, and here we are having a developing country. Both the countries, they are utilizing their resources to produce two types of goods. One is called capital goods and another is called the consumer goods. Alright? Okay. Now, in our previous book, there was a question, jam today or jam tomorrow. If we want to improve our present living standard, a country will be producing more of consumer goods, and in future living standard will be lower. Alright? So jam today means if we want to have a higher living standard at present time, there is a huge opportunity cost to have lower living standard in the future time. This is what we are focusing on, our present living standard. Whereas if a country wants to have a higher living standard in future, it will produce less consumer goods today, and it will have more of consumer goods in future, because now it is producing more of capital goods. Now this country, which is a developing one, developing country means a poor country. We can have a country which is living at subsistence level. What do we mean by subsistence level? Do you know subsistence level?
Sufficient.
Yes. Whatever they earn, they consume it. They are unable to save for future to invest. So some of the countries, whatever they produce in their economies, they consume it. Okay? They don't have enough income to be saved for future reasons. Okay? Now this country is facing this PPC due to its mass population size. What it is? Mass population size. Mass population size. It needs to produce more of consumer goods because it will be facing a high opportunity cost. What is the opportunity cost? If it does not allocate resources on the production of consumer goods, it will be facing shortage of food. Okay? Mass population will be without food if it is allocating resources more on the production of capital goods. Alright? So it is facing an opportunity cost of starvation if it is not producing more of consumer goods. Now, do you know what do you mean by depreciation of capital goods? Depreciation means wear and tear of capital goods. Like these tables, chairs, they are losing their values in the usage, or with the passage of time they will be depreciating. So we say some of the capital goods, they are depreciated. This OD is called the depreciation of capital goods. Depreciation of capital goods. Alright? How can we define the net investment? Net investment, if you remember, that is gross investment is depreciation, very right. Okay. Now this country is producing at this point A, where almost all the resources are allocated to produce consumer goods. Only a few of capital goods are produced, less than the depreciation value. Suppose 20 capital goods are depreciating every year. 20 of capital goods, they are depreciating every year, and now it is producing only 18. So how much is the net investment? Gross investment is 18 minus 20. So its net investment is minus 2. Alright? Its capital is not accumulating. Accumulating means it is not increasing in the future. If we are consuming more of fast food items like pizza and many things, and we are not producing the ovens to produce more pizza. So in future what happens? This country which is producing more of consumer goods at present time, in order to increase its present living standard. So what happens? In future its PPC will be shifting inward. There will be more depletion of resources. Resources will be running out, and they will not be able to have more economic growth. Rather, their PPC will be shifting inward. You can find many of the developing countries, instead of their PPC should be going out, they may have a decline in their productive potential because they are not producing more of the capital goods which are required to produce more consumer goods in future. Alright? Whereas the developed countries, they have higher per capita income. What are they facing? They are having higher per capita income, or per head income of a developed country or rich country will be higher. On the other hand, they are having less population size because their birth rates are lower and their population size is growing very, very slowly as compared to developing countries. Alright? So if they are allocating resources, we are going to draw their PPC as well. This is what the capital goods. And here we will find the consumer goods. Alright? Now this is the PPC again. And this country is also facing a depreciation, that is OD. You can say in this country the depreciation rate is 50 capital goods are depreciating every year. Right? Now as we have said, this country is having less population size to produce consumer goods. So it is producing at a point, you can say this is point B, where more capital goods are produced. You can say there are 400 capital goods which are produced annually. Technological products, they are producing too much. They are focusing on the production of more and more technical instruments, which will further produce more goods and services. So what is the net investment of this country? What is the net investment? Gross investment minus depreciation. So its gross investment is 400 and minus 50. You can say 350 capital goods are added to the capital stock. New investments are added. Creation of new capital goods, they are added as a positive sign. Now 350 capital goods, they have been added to the capital stock of this country. So what happens? Its PPC will be shifting outward. That will be showing more economic growth in the future. Follow my points or not?
Yes.
So PPC is telling us when a country is focusing, it is allocating more resources on the production of capital goods. Like if we are producing more of robots, more of the technological products, which will produce more cars, more of the consumer goods produce in future. Technology produces further technological products. More cell phones, more other goods and services can be produced. So in future, their economic growth will be further increasing. Their potential to produce more goods and services that will be increasing. Alright? So this is how PPC can be used in order to apply the concept of developing country and developed country. You can also apply the concept of economic systems by using the PPC. Okay, look here. Here I am taking the private goods. What it is? The private goods. And here I am taking the public goods. Alright? Look here. If economy is producing at this point, where we can say this is point F, where almost all of the private goods are produced, only a few of the public goods are produced. So what type of economic system it is having? Free market. If 100% of private goods are produced, the thing of capital goods are produced, then we can say this is purely free market economy. But none of the economies nowadays is having this type of structure. So when an economy is allocating or producing more of the private goods, we can say this country is having free market economic system where government is intervening less and less. Alright? And if this economy is producing at this point P,
mixed economy,
where more planned, almost all the goods and services they are planned, this is called planned economic system. And in between these two, you can say over here, when public goods and private goods, this is called the mixed economic system. Follow my points now? So PPC can be used to apply the concepts. Either you can show, you can demonstrate the economic systems by using the PPC, or you can show the development of a country by using the PPC, or you can say if a country is producing more of the defense items, this is defense, and here we have the education. Okay? If a country is producing more of the weapons, it has a higher opportunity cost in the form of poor education system in the country. Those countries who are having less and less spending on the defense of the goods, they don't have the enemies, they can spend more on education and health, so their educational sector, merit goods, they will be more produced in the country. Follow?
yes,
This is how PPC can be applied in our economic concepts. The application is very important. Previously we were doing the analysis. Now, one of the drawbacks of PPC is that it is only taking the two types of goods on the axis, whereas the country is producing majority of the goods. We are categorizing the two types of goods, consumer goods and capital goods. It is not giving us a way to categorize defense items, merit goods, demerit goods along the PPC. This can be one of the drawbacks. So it is not giving us a space to show more of the goods to be produced. We have to generalize the goods. Another thing, as far as your topic is concerned, at which point a country should produce? Does PPC only tell us where should we produce? Prices are not shown. Prices are the two goods which are taken on the axis. Their prices are not shown. If we introduce prices, if this is the price line, you can say this is the price line. Or at point C, you can say. At this point C, there is shortage of consumer goods. Because consumer goods can be demanded here. And we are producing less consumer goods than their demand. Then resources will be reallocated according to the prices. Where prices are high, then resources will be reallocated. Although this point is having productive efficiency point, economic but allocatively, it is not allocating the right resources to produce the two types of goods. When prices are also shown, then resources will be reallocated. Producers will be producing more of those goods in which prices are higher. Alright? And those goods which are in more demand, then those goods will be produced more by the producers. Alright? So this PPC is not telling us at which point economy will be producing, until unless we introduce their prices of the two goods. Alright? So that's all about our application of PPC, how the concept of PPC can be applied in our practical economic growth issues, and in order to show how many types of goods will be produced. Alright? I think that's all for today. Tomorrow we will be doing, or day after tomorrow we will be doing the rest of the things. Okay? Thank you.